You're now listening. Yo, Tap In Radio.
With one tap, you're in. Only on Tap In Radio.
You're listening to The Konnect Show on Tap In Radio.
With the straight face.
Well, sometimes you got to be real with it. You know, like when you like getting into it, you got to be like,
get it.
Hit it with the face. Hit it with the face. Hit it with the face. Hello, I am Sapphire McLovin. I'm joined by
DJ Mum's Music was that it?
Aloha, and you're listening to The Konnect Show. Woo! Mumra.
Jeez, we're left with that. That's the Thundercats. Not the Thundercats.
Thundercats. Currently, I'm watching a little anime. Do you watch anime?
Not as much as I used to, but I'm familiar with it, kind of, sort of. I don't know like what's new and what's been out. It's been a good while since I actually sat and watched anime.
I mean, I don't know what's new. I just know how I happen to catch something in it. Like, if I can dig on it the first episode or two, then I'll keep watching it.
Okay.
So, like, right now, I'm watching, and not regularly. Like, I'm doing it probably an episode a week, but there's, like, mad episodes.
Right.
Of Hero Academia.
Hero Academia?
My Hero Academia.
My Hero Academia, okay.
Yeah. So, it's a very interesting concept. Have you heard of it? Have you heard of the show at all?
Not at all.
Not at all?
Not at all.
Well, let me tell you about that. So what happens is that for the most part, you have a bunch of people who have these quirks, which are basically superpowers.
Got you.
Some people are good, some people are bad.
Okay.
There's a young man who always, wanted to be like a superhero. Mm-hmm. And he is allowed an opportunity and he shows who he is character-wise. But then there's like all these other little characters that are a part of it that I'm entertained by. So I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it a lot. My daughter doesn't watch it, and she's like, my friends will love it that you watch it, though.
Now, with this, the animation, do they look real, or does it still look cartoony?
No, it's very cartoony.
Oh, okay.
It's not realistic at all.
Oh, okay.
At all.
Okay, because I know it's been some, like, they look like the video games out of video games.
True, but that's not called, is that still anime?
I don't know if that would be called anime. It's animation, but I don't know if it would be.
Isn't that like live
anime?
Like, don't they call that like live? Live
action? Nah, that wouldn't be live action. Live action is where people, but.
And why do they call that live action? Why don't they just call it just action?
Just action.
It's just people just acting.
I guess they have to. I guess they have to differentiate between the cartoon and the.
But they call it live action when it's.
Because I know when they was doing The Lion King, they was like.
They was calling it live action, but it was still like just 3D. I mean,
it was 3D. It was 3D, but
it was still computerized.
It was still computerized.
So why are we calling that live and then saying the same thing with human beings is still also live?
Yeah,
I'm confused. I don't understand how that works.
I don't know.
I think that I should Google it. What does live action mean?
What does a live action movie consist of?
Yeah, because I don't understand what the term is. We about to find out. I said love. What does live, it says, what does liver pain feel like? That's not what I was going to do.
You see people been Googling that.
Yeah, basically, somebody been having some drink.
Some liver.
It says in filmmaking, action involving real people or animals as contrasted with animation or computer generated effects. Oh,
There it is. It's a mixture of
so like if it's a person and a cartoon,
yeah, yeah,
I feel like they used to do that more back in the day.
yeah.
Space Jam,
Space Jams, yeah.
Space Jam. Oh, and Who Framed Roger
Who
Rabbit?
Framed Roger Rabbit? Yeah, that would be live action.
Yeah, they had a whole bunch of live action in that one. They did a live action episode of The Simpsons.
Oh yeah, he was going through like different portals, and one of
Oh.
those portals he was actually
As a human.
a human. Yeah.
Really? I
Yeah.
didn't see that episode.
Yeah, it should be on YouTube.
I gotta
It should be
find
on
that because The
YouTube.
Simpsons
Yeah.
are kicks to me. I tried to watch it the other
Right.
day and something occurred. I ended up having a whole bunch of other random things take place.
Really?
And okay. Let me just say, oh. So I saw on Instagram that they were saying there was a doctor who was saying that people shouldn't multitask.
Should not.
He was saying, like, if you have the television on and you're on your phone, it's actually not good for your brain. So I was like, is that true? Because it seems like,
I thought that would be.
so what they said was multitasking reduces your efficiency and performance because your brain can only focus
On one
completely
thing-
on one thing at a time.
That
So
makes
when
sense.
you try to do two things at once, your brain lacks the capacity to perform both tasks successfully. So basically, as well as they would have came out if you would have just focused on one.
on one, okay.
And it says, in addition to slowing you down, it also lowers your IQ. So I was intrigued. Bing. And so I continued to read the article, and it basically said it can lower your IQ about 15 points, which is about the equivalent of you being high on marijuana.
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 Oh,
And I was like, that's a lot. But I find that here's my thing. I'm not trying to multitask. If I'm watching something, like, do I need to actually see you walk across the field? Like, if I'm watching a movie, I don't need to see you meander across the field. Like, I feel like at that point, I can just be like, and something else. And then when y'all start talking or some action takes place, then I can be like,
right.
But I didn't like, okay, I watched One Night in Miami, right?
Okay.
So while I'm watching it, I get it. You know, One Night in Miami was supposed to be Sam Cooke,
Malcolm X.
Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, right before he became Muhammad Ali.
Right.
Cassius Clay. And Jim Brown. So they're having a lot of, but it's a drama. So there's a lot of talking. I don't feel like I need to look at you nor catch every word.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I got the gist of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then they're saying that the brain actually shows in MRIs for people trying to multitask. It's like it's less functioning, which is supposed to help with cognition.
Right.
And the functioning that's supposed to help with emotional regulation, they said gets damaged over time from trying to do multiple tasks at once.
Multiple tasks at once.
And I'm just like, So I wouldn't say never. For the most part, I wouldn't be happy then watching a movie. Because I get like, unless I'm in a movie theater,
Right.
I just don't.
You just don't.
I mean, just sitting here watching it the whole time. Like the whole time.
Yeah, I guess I would have to. I guess I could see what they're saying because sometimes when I find myself watching movies, I might, and I'm doing something else, I might lose a detail, and I'm like, wait a minute, how did that happen?
And then you just
then
rewind.
I'll rewind, and I'm like, oh, okay. Because what was I watching this morning? I was watching something this morning. I forget what I was watching, and I was like, wait a minute, how did that happen? Because I did something. Took out the garbage or something. Or
I mean, if you took out the garbage in the
not-
middle of a movie, clearly you're gonna lose part of what happened.
Not take out the garbage. I think I like change the garbage can or something real minuscule that didn't require me to leave the TV. You know,
Where's your garbage at in comparison to your television?
it's right around the corner. It's my bathroom.
Like,
you
is
know,
the
it's-
kitchen like open? I mean, was it the garbage in the kitchen?
No, it was the garbage in the bathroom.
But
And
you
the
could still
bathroom
see
is
the
right-
TV.
Yeah.
Well, how big is your TV?
I got a 50-inch
Oh, okay. I see you. 5-0.
for the living room. You know.
I mean, I
could
see you.
I could still hear. You know, something that I could, just walk.
So
there and
something
come
you
back.
could do physically and didn't have to really think about. You could
Right.
still hear what was going
Yeah,
on.
Exactly. But when I came to sit down, I'm like, okay, that's what I was watching. I'm a little sci-fi nerd geek. I was watching Mandalorian. The Mandalorian. You're physical. You're familiar with that. Your face is like.
My face is telling you everything you need to know, which is no. I mean, I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
It's a spinoff of Star Wars. It's another story
Oh.
based on another bounty hunter in Star Wars. And it's
Okay.
it's a whole like another story.
Because what it sounds like is a 1972 car.
like the DeLorean.
Yes.
From Back to the Future.
Exactly. I was in my Mandalorian. I put it on some 22s because I was like, I'm bringing it back, boy.
Nah. Nah.
It's terrible on gas, but it looks smooth.
Right. But I was watching that, and sometimes you do have to pay attention or you'll be lost because it's a short, it's about 25, 30 minutes without commercials, so the action is ongoing.
Oh,
You
okay.
know what I'm saying? So the scenes will go from one scene to another, and you'll be like, wait, how'd that happen? So
Clearly you can't be changing like plastic
Nah.
bags during the middle of this.
nah.
Because it's action. But that's my point.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if it's action, then that's going to take my attention.
Yeah.
But if it's drama, I can hear you be emo.
Yeah.
I know what your emo face look like. All I got to do is look over. Sadness.
Right.
All right. And then
You're
keep it
sad.
pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I watched Outside the Wire.
Okay.
Now, that had some action in it. And that definitely had me like, okay, let me give this part my attention because I need to
Right.
understand what was going on.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give everything away with
Yeah.
that show
Yeah.
or movie, but
Is it a movie or show? Because I was.
it's
looking
a
at it.
movie.
Okay.
And it didn't quite go down the way I thought it was going to go down.
Yeah, because I saw the preview. I'm like, oh, that's the guy from Avengers, and
Word.
And I'm like, okay. And
And he was also in Black Mirror.
Black who?
Mirror.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm like, all right. I'm gonna check it out. Let's see. It looks like, the other guy. He's from Snowfall. That's one of my favorite shows too.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, it's these two black guys, and then they like, okay.
All right, it's
I'm
these
like,
two black eyes.
It's I'll allow it.
And I too am a Negro. I'll give them a chance.
I'll give them a chance. But then, I saw the preview, so I'm like, okay,
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
gonna do it.
Blackout.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give it a shot or whatever. have you.
Okay. Well, you
But-
should. I mean, it was lots of action going on.
Okay.
I would say that it would be worth a little time. I mean, I multitasked a few movies. That's why I'm constantly talking about movies because I'm doing other things while I'm doing them.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, is my brain going to mush at this time?
Right.
Oh.
Is it
Close
getting
call.
lower?
I don't know.
Is your
I wonder if I
IQ
could ask for
getting
an MRI just based on
just
this.
based on just based on like,
Yeah, like
check my MRI to make sure I ain't go down.
I wonder if the
15
doctors would give it to
points.
me though. Check my brain for multitasking damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how that works.
Yeah,
Like
and-
when I make the appointment, I wonder if I could be like, "Hey,"
So here's something.
because they're gonna make me pay for it.
Us as teachers, we multitask a lot. So, how does that figure in?
I wonder, do we go crazy into dementia earlier than most people?
I hope not. I hope not, because the way some days I multitask, I'm correcting papers while talking to a student or whatever have you, and that's like a regular occurrence. Or I'm going through some things now. Now that we're virtual, I'm doing some Google Classrooms. I'm going to Google Classrooms and I'm sharing my screen and talking to a student that needs help. So that's multitasking right there. I mean, does that mean that
Your brain's gonna be mush.
I'm gonna be I'm getting high every time?
No, they said that it was
multitask,
making you slow every
make
time,
it
like you
just
were
slower,
tired.
just hold on,
Sure.
just make everything just slow
You know,
down a bit.
that's a great question because I hadn't thought about that. Because obviously, like today, I was typing up a letter about goals for a student of mine that's going to be getting additional resources from a speech therapist.
Right.
While I was working on my Spanish with the young lady from work that's tutoring in me in Spanish.
Okay.
And this is after I had just got off a phone call to work on the Spanish sentences right before she came in.
Right.
And you're absolutely right. Like, I feel like there's so much going on at any minute because a lot of times, and for some reason, my kids always call me first and come to me first.
Right.
So if I'm over here with this one trying to tie up a shoe and this one is trying to settle a disagreement with somebody else, then I'm talking to them and, hey, so let's talk about some solutions. Go get the solution cards while I'm doing this. And here, let me fix your mask. Did you get the solution cards? All right, go over there. Make sure that you put your stuff away. Yeah, bring it to me. Which solution you
Yeah,
going for?
right,
Like, it's
right.
constantly.
It's constant. It's a constant.
Ooh,
going,
and
yeah.
I drink vodka on the weekends. Ooh.
Ooh, did you?
Ooh, Lord, I'm not gonna make it. Oh, I'm
Did
gonna
you?
be like 55 and be like, huh?
Uh-huh.
What to say? Who was that? Biscuit eaters. Oh, who's ready?
I got a pimple on my booty.
Pluck it. Pluck it 5 times. Plickety, plickety, pluck. Yeah, that is rough. That's
That's
deep.
wow. That is deep. I guess we're gonna have to do one of those crossword puzzles
And try to. I already take things to strengthen my brain, but I was just taking that because of the vodka.
Okay.
I didn't. I wasn't taking that because I was like, "Oh, I'm turning to mush, doing multiple things at once."
Yeah.
I was just like, "Oh, I like to sip on the weekends, so I probably should strengthen the brain cells that I have."
Yeah.
So yeah, I was already taking some supplements for that.
Okay.
That is difficult because even when I lay down at night, my brain is like,
Yeah.
and going through, like, I'll go over conversations.
Right.
Maybe I should have made my point more like this.
Right.
A mí me gusta la pizza. Like, I be like going over and I'm like, did I send out the bill? Let me not forget that.
Yeah.
Did that happen with the show? Yeah, let me remember that. So I'm wondering if all of that is affecting it.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I'm the opposite. That happens to me in the morning. That actually wakes me up because I'm like, when I get up in the morning, I don't actually get up as soon as I'm awake. I'm laying there like, okay, what do I have to do today? Okay, it's Monday. All right, I got 2 classes a day. Oh, if in between in class I could see if I could see about my car. Oh, dag, I gotta.
What happened to your car?
Mama. Here's the thing.
Speaking of which, we got to call INS at half, so we can talk about why he's not here. But what happened to your car?
So I got a Honda. Honda Accord.
Whoop whoop! Shout out to the Honda Accord.
Honda Accords. So I got a Honda Accord. It's about 10 years old now. It just hit 10 last year. And usually when my cars hit 10, that's when things start to
Go awry.
So that's when I have to start paying attention. So recently I got my catalytic converter changed so I can pass inspection. Got it changed. But what's happening is it's not being read right every time I go to the inspection, because I guess whatever they have to do to inspect it to make sure it's good, it has to be read. It has to be calibrated. It has to be ready.
So who put it on?
So one of my mechanics, he knows what he's doing. He put it on. But every time I go there, it's like, it's not ready. You got to drive some more. So the thing is when...
Oh, because it's just sitting at your house. You don't have nowhere to go in the pandemic.
No, not really. just taking my wife home. Just taking my wife to work and back, and that's it, if that. So they like, you got to drive. So I drive. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. I have been having this rejection sticker on my car 3 whole weeks. I'm like,
but but you're not going anywhere. Did they tell you how many miles you have to go?
Only the pamphlet says 30 miles. Stop and go traffic and highway traffic.
So how many miles have you gone?
300.
And you still saying it ain't got nothing to do with the way he put it on. That's a lot of faith, because I think I would have taken it back to him by now and been like, bro, I need you to look at it.
Because what's happening is, that's why I'm going to go take it to him and be like, all right, because he's been fixing cars since forever. So the only thing is he's, he'll actually go and be like, all right, I got to figure out what's going on. And he'll go in and fix it with no problem. So, I got faith in him. He's
I'm glad
good.
you got faith in him.
I got faith in him. That's my man. I got faith.
I want my money back.
I got faith in him. That's my man. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. But it's just for whatever reason. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's like, you just can't figure out what it is, and then they wind up being something simple.
Well,
it happens like that sometimes.
You're going to find out sooner than later, because somebody going to have to look at your stuff.
Yeah.
With that being said,
yes.
We're about to get into our music. This music was actually sent to me.
Okay.
So this was by an artist named Black Tear. I hope it's Tear. You know what? It could have been Tear, because they're both spelled the same way. Yeah. Black Tear. I should have had him actually write down
the phonetically correct.
Yeah. But let's listen to his music.
Ain't been on the block for a minute, but cop bread, got a flat full of pigeons. Your stock is just missing. Better call Dow Jones, ball like Micah. Hang up your mic, sorta like a Dow tone. Spit foul homes, was the truth. Keep your clowns on the bar of the coupe, not under the hood. Still good, you're a star, liar. Talk like Russell Park. You ain't rush your fault. Like a running back from the real, you running cat. Watch the lungs collapse, then the reaper come. Fold in, I'm a rope, trying to reach your son. Quote in like a preacher son. So sit in the pew, listen to I spit. Kinda sick with the flu. Woo! Knee call, drop, lost and jizz. Hitting hard spot, part and ribs. I'm a hard, not foster kid. And while y'all be doing all that goofy, sounding like a female rapping, I'm spitting these real bars, man. So get your bars up, or get off the mic, man. I'm doing sold out shows and soul career, showing souls, I'm so for real. Cause the flow is cold, so severe. Do I think I take over chair? I'm in the top flight, like that glowing air. The spotlight y'all hold to wear, like y'all doing doggy style. You know, old school quickie like coffee brown. Why I'm on top, missionary won't stop. Missionary swear I'm on a missionary day, so no compensate. We don't conversate. Put money to the condom break. Safe sex, latex. Don't make me latex when your mama stay. Nah, you want me to contemplate? I'm always eating, don't count my plates. Y'all be talking so tough on these tracks, man. Like, y'all about to catch a charge or something, man. And for somebody like me, it's hard to believe, cause why you rapping so much if you so act? But let's talk about it. Yeah. Tell me what a gangster's at. You don't bang your cat, bust your gun, just bump your gums, you fuckers jump. All rap like Busta, son. Shout out to Busta Rhymes. Just had to bust this rhyme, touch your mind. Young bucks ain't tough, y'all cussing stuff for lions. Make up bluffs, y'all pups is lying. Like young buck, y'all fucks is crying. When the cub ever fucked with a lion? Well, that's me, Pat B. Here to take you to school, latchkey. And I ain't make up the rules, don't ask me. And I don't mean to be rude, actually. This on the house, tax free. Y'all cats be screaming on tracks like taxi. With all that rah-rah, need to go bye-bye. Ain't bust a clip, you a bitch like la-la. Anthony, from your raps, remove arms, amputee. Don't let these heartbeats amp you be. Talking guns and y'all the ones running fast from bees. Sound familiar? Just stop with all that front, man. Like, if you really doing it, people will know. You ain't gotta convince nobody. I'm out.
Hey, how you doing? So, like I said, that was Black. I'm gonna need people to start sending us though how you exactly pronunciate your name of your situation, because, like I said, it could be Black Tear, it could be Black Tear.
Yeah.
Just to be on the safe side. But we're gonna have to start getting y'all to, like, you know, send a little pic or something. Like, tell me how to pronunciate your stuff correctly, because I don't want to like jack it up. You know what I mean? And it'd be all like, I don't know. I don't want to jack up your name. Let me say that. But we do support our independent artists on this show. So when people send me their music, then if I think it's decent, we'll play it. And the good thing about that was he actually, I don't know if you noticed, that was like radio edited.
Yeah.
Wasn't that impressive?
Yeah.
Normally we just get a bunch of people cussing. So right now I'm trying to call INS.
Okay.
Trying to see where INS is because he had something happen.
Hello.
What up, though, INS? What's good?
What's going on? How you doing?
So, what happened?
The fucking car is screwed up. I got in a 4-car pileup. I was the third car. The first car was trying to avoid a deer and stopped short. And then the second car stopped behind him, and then I, stopped right behind the second car and got rear-ended and bumped into the second car.
So, in a case like that, whose fault is it?
I don't know. I gave my insurance information out. I was just in a panic. I didn't know what the hell was going on. So, like I said, I gave my information to the guy I hit. I haven't heard anything just yet. But like I said, this is probably going to come out of pocket. There's a body shop near my house where I can get it fixed. So, I'm not stressing it. The car still runs. It's just I got to get a couple things fixed on it.
So I'm glad you're okay.
Glad you're okay too, bro.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I can't complain.
Yeah, what highway was this?
This wasn't on the highway. This was on Riders Lane in New Brunswick, near Cook campus.
Oh,
near the school.
Well, I'm
Yep,
not
like,
going to say that it was good that you got in a car accident, but I personally do think that it was good that you were on the street and not the highway.
right.
Because I actually was on 78 uh, West a few weeks back, and a deer came out, and I'm looking to my right trying to figure out why this car is slowing down coming off the ramp. I realized there's this deer. He's like tripping, like literally tripping. Oh, trying to get across the street. So I
Right.
hit my brakes. Luckily, the car, I was in the slow lane. Luckily that day, because it was broad daylight. Luckily, I was in the slow lane because the people in the fast lane all the way to the left, one of those cars ended up hitting them. And it was like a SUV, and now you see the side mirror light fall off and pieces of their truck just like splatter all around when they hit this
Yeah.
deer. And I couldn't stop to even be like, oh, I hope they're okay. Do they need any assistance? None of that. So I'm just glad you're okay and that it wasn't like major. Did you go take a taste of some CBD afterwards or?
No, I drove the car home. Like I said, I plan on taking it to the body shop in a couple weeks. Um, just gotta save up to get it repaired because like the radiator's cracked and like the bumper's like pushed in. So
Oh. But why do you
I
have
gotta
to wait
like,
a few weeks?
cause the money.
But your insurance, what kind of insurance you got?
I don't have collision insurance anymore. I have liability.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so money. Like I'm saving up to get the car fixed. Like I said, there's a body shop near my house, so I'll just take it there and get it repaired.
Well, you keep your eye open for the hoodwinks because sometimes you can be hoodwinked and bamboozled out of a lot of money, and you may be able to go
Oh yeah, absolutely.
somewhere.
But if this body shop I looked up, they got pretty good reviews. Like they don't have any bad reviews. So like I said, I'll call and left a message, tell them I'll bring the
No,
car in soon to be
I'm
looked
saying
at. So,
hoodwink because of price. Let me tell you something. I just took my car to this spot where I know that somebody else takes their car. Um,
hmm
First of all, replace my headlight for free.
Okay.
Cause he was like, "Oh, I don't even have to take your bumper off or anything." So he just popped in my headlight and was
Okay.
like, "It's only gonna cost you $15 for the headlight itself." Oh, really,
Right.
sir? Then he was like, "You can just come back when you need the oil change." Came back and got the oil change. Everything cost me $60 plus tax. I got
Well,
a full synthetic oil change. That joint usually cost me over $100. And for my car, it was $70 normally to get that headlight change. And when the
right.
first place I was going to take it to told me, "Why are you even asking about price? You got a Lexus. So you might as well all you need to know is just what day to bring it." I said, "Excuse me, sir." The reason I can pay for the note is not because I just throw away money. It's because I try
Right.
to spend it wisely. So yeah, all I'm saying is it may not hurt to get more than one quote. That's all I'm saying. If you can.
Right.
If you can. Since you paying out of pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got your sweatshirt on, but it's dark. Can you see it?
Yeah, it's a black one, right?
Well, it's black on dark green.
Black on dark green.
Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be black though. I didn't realize that, or I would have probably told you put on a lighter sweatshirt.
That's all right. You know, as long as somebody can see it, they see it in person or whatever. So.
Right. I'm gonna have to just be like, "Look at my read my boobs." Soul sanctuary.
Mm.
But like I said, I am glad that you're okay though.
Yeah, I'm doing just fine. I'm working from home, so I can't complain. Like I said, I just have to and everything's in walking distance. I can go to the store. I can, anything I need, I can just take care of. So plus, I can order through Instacart. So I have everything I need at home. I'm just going to be a homebody for a while.
That's what's up. I mean, I can't be mad at that. If you, like I told you before, if you need anything, let me know.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, my car's good on the gas, so I don't mind driving.
Okay.
I'm not opposed to helping a brother out. But
I
no,
appreciate that.
even if it wasn't good on gas, I would still look out because you're INS. You're my big little bro. Shout out to one of my actual big little bros. His birthday is today. What up, though, Tyler?
Oh, okay. Happy
Happy-
birthday to him.
Happy birthday, Tyler. I said, what are you doing for your day? He said, absolutely nothing. I said, I ain't mad at it at all.
That's good. I mean, considering his birthday is on a Monday, like, what can you do anyway?
I mean, he's pretty chill, so he wasn't doing too much anyway. He was like, "It." Wait, I'm trying to remember what he said. Hold on. He said, "It shall be lovely."
Just get yourself an ice cream cake and just chill out.
Okay, that was very specific. All right, not mad at that at all. Ice cream cake, cake to the cream,
Yeah.
cake to the ice. So you want to say something before we go?
Yeah. Just tell the people, I'm, working full time at home. If anyone wants to sign up for that COVID vaccine, tell them to holler at me. I'm not signing up for it, but we got a lot of calls with I had a lot of irate customers today. Like, I need the vaccine and then they're like calling the vaccine. They're calling for the vaccine for their parents or whatever. I'm like, look, this is like my mom is 95 years old. Like, I wanted to say, look, she ain't got that much time left.
Oh,
So,
you better keep those thoughts to yourself.
I wanted to say that so bad, but I ain't trying to lose my job. But,
You're so disrespectful.
Yeah, like, look, she ain't got that, like 95 years old. She don't need the vaccine. She only got a good 5 years left.
She OG at this point, though. She probably could just keep it pushing without the COVID. But I mean, I know why they're concerned.
She don't even need the vaccine. You're 95 years old. You don't need that damn vaccine. Just stay in the house. Keep your hands clean. Keep your mask on when you go out.
Yeah, because she probably ain't going nowhere. But in reality, they probably want to come breathe on her. That's probably what it is.
Right.
They want to be coming from random places talking about, hey, Ma, and I have to wear a mask. So,
right.
Yeah, they don't want to be the reason why Mom bit it. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I wear a mask when I go see my grandmom, so
I wear a mask when I go see my Grammy too. And if I wasn't,
yeah, you can't play with that.
If
you
I
can't play with the
didn't have a
grandparents.
mask on, I was eating, and I tell her, don't come into the kitchen because I'm eating. So just wait until I'm done to do whatever you got to do so I can put my mask back on. But when we'd be like in the living room and everything, mask up. For my Grammy.
Mask up, yeah.
Masking for Grammy. Masking for Grammy. All right.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us, Inez. Listen, if you broke down next week, we'll call you again.
All right. I'll talk to y'all. I'll see y'all soon.
Okay. I hope so too, honey bunny. Keep your head up.
All right. Thank you. Talk to you later. Peace.
Bye-bye. Oh, INS.
INS.
Isn't that beautiful? Our craft service guy. And full of the jokes. I'd like to send a shout out to this song before we go into our stories.
Oh, God.
When a girl walks in
Oh, shit.
with a itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung. Wanna pull out tongue, 'cause you know that butt was stuffed. Hip to the jeans she's wearing, I'm hooked and I can't stop staring. Oh, baby, I wanna get with ya and take your picture. My homeboys tried to warn me, but that butt you got making me so horny. Ooh, rapper smooth skin, you say you wanna get my bins. Well, use me, 'cause you ain't that average groupie. Thank you.
She's here every Monday, people. Every Monday. 7 8.
I'm coming. Why you hating? Like you shut it down. Oh, we're romance. She sweat. Wet. Got it going like a turbo jet.
Wow.
Woo.
Amazing.
All right. So did you see the video with the Tacoma police officer running over people?
No, I didn't. Actually, I did not.
It's actually like when I first saw it, before this even like really lit up. When I first saw the video, I was just like, "Oh my gosh, are y'all kidding me?" Because it just looked. He's like in a big SUV. Look at how big the SUV is. So there's people doing donuts in the street. They're doing donuts, which is typical, for people to do on the weekend. Well, apparently a police officer comes along and he drives up into the crowd. So people are kind of hitting on the windows. You can't really see them hitting on the windows, and you can't hear them. What you did see him was back up and then go forward into a crowd. So now there's people he's hitting, they're falling over. One guy was on the ground. He rolled slowly over him with the whole truck. That dude's now in the hospital. So the thing is that he said he felt endangered, of course, because that's what they always say. And this wasn't a protest or anything. This is just people just doing some BS in the street. You know what I mean? Just doing donuts in the street.
Okay.
So, I don't know. People were like, well, what did you expect? He was scared. Them others always say that. But the problem with it is when you backed up, you could have just kept backing up. Like, you could have actually backed up out of the crowd because they weren't chasing them or anything.
Right.
You backed up. You could have just kept backing up and then went over the little medium that was right there and kept it fucking pushing. Like, I do not know why you had to stop and run over people. Why you had to back up and then run over people.
Intentionally run over people.
Run intentionally over people.
And then at the same time, you're feeling your car doing that.
They're screaming. So now they're protesting, obviously. Of course, this was going to start some protest.
Right.
So now they done turned it up a whole nother level over something that just could have been a better decision. Like, y'all got to really start teaching these people better decision-making skills under pressure. If your first thing to do under pressure in a job where you're constantly meeting people in confrontational ways, then maybe you need some more training or to rethink your position. He had been on the force for 30 years.
30 years. Oh, he has some pent-up aggression.
Man.
He has some pent-up aggression.
I'm trying to told you.
He has some pent-up aggression.
It was unnecessary. Yeah, and that's what they're trying to say. He backed up for his safety, so he backed out the crowd. And trying to get out of his unsafe position, he may have struck some people. Like, duh.
Of course you're going to strike some people.
And then he's on paid leave. So they still paying for this man.
See, I don't understand the whole paid leave thing. You just gave him some time off. You're on vacation right now. For hitting people.
Like the intern police chief said, I'm concerned that our department is experiencing another use of deadly force. Hello? It definitely was, because another decision could have been made. I'm going to need y'all to start training people differently or something. I don't know what y'all need. But when they say defund the police, they're not saying for nothing to be in place. Why don't y'all put some other mechanisms in place, like people who know how to deal with mental health, even though this wasn't a mental health issue at all. Right. You just ran a bunch of people down.
Right.
I don't even know how they come in with that. All right, so Danny Lay, you heard about her?
No. Who's Danny Lay?
I had kind of heard of her before, but not really. I didn't really know much about her. But anyway, this came out more so because she's gotten herself involved in just a little bit of issues. All right, so she's currently, dating the baby.
Okay.
And, she drops some songs every now and again. Well, she dropped one called Yellow Bone.
Oh, her. Okay.
Now, the problem was...
What was the backlash? That's what I...
Okay, so here's the backlash. If you come out and you're just like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm a bad one, I catch him. That's one thing, right? And we were all like, yeah, girl, you feeling yourself. But what do you mean he had to switch up? What you mean he had to switch and then go to yellow? Basically, like you were better than. So the reason he got with you was because you was yellow. That made you a good look. Not because you're intelligent. Not because you're
just
attractive.
Pretty, yeah, just attractive.
Because you being yellow doesn't make you cute. So
not at all.
What is it exactly that he was trying? That's the problem. That's the backlash.
It's like, what are you insinuating?
What are you insinuating? You know, about your chocolate man and your yellow. And then she put, I'm representing for my yellow baddies, which, okay. But a lot of times, like, let's say when rappers come out, I've never heard them refer to their skin color as to why they pull dudes. It's always because they a bad one. They get their money. They handle their business.
Right.
They look good. Whatever complexion they are.
Right.
It's just like, yeah, I'm the one. It's not like I'm pulling them because, boop.
I'm chocolate.
I'm chocolate. I'm peanut butter. Like, they might mention, like, yeah, I got this, whatever. But it's not like that's why I got him. Right. You know what I mean?
That's not the top reason of why you got him. Like, yeah, I got him because I'm yellow. The hell?
And you're putting yourself into a stereotype. First of all, let me see. I'm confused still because then that also brought controversy because then it was like, who was that term originally for? Right?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, usually when people use that term, they're African American.
Yeah.
Well, she's Dominican. So then that turned into a thing too because it was like, well, are we calling everybody yellow? Because now it's like, well, if you're Chinese, are you yellow? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That was never a term that everybody used.
Right.
That was a light-skinned African American term. So then that turned it into, well, what does it mean now to have that term? Yeah, what does yellow bone or red bone?
Red bone mean?
Because that's what that meant.
That was within our community. You know, high yellow, that mean you was really light skinned. That's it. But you weren't like light or pale, that you were red bone, you know, because.
So does that now include everyone?
Yeah.
Can anybody who's fair in complexion now be a yellow bone?
No. No. Because you don't know the implications. I mean, it's so many implications, and it's the terms that we use have historical context to it. You know?
They do. And because then it's like if you're telling me that the really tanned Italian lady,
right,
is she now yellow too?
Yellow too?
It's like at what point, like, do we just So that was part of the backlash as well.
Okay.
All right, because that was a two-tongued situation.
Right.
Is that number one, who that term was for originally, and then number two, the way you implied it.
Right. Yeah.
You just never know. You never know.
You never know.
But I will say, speaking of the baby and 42 Doug just donated some money to a young lady. Did you hear about that?
No.
So there was a young lady, and I'm looking up to see exactly where she's from now.
Okay.
But they're looking to help bail out a young woman who was allegedly arrested. Well, she was arrested for allegedly killing the man who murdered her brother. Oh, she's from Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, okay.
So they're going to try to bond her out. Basically, she tracked down the man who murdered her younger brother and killed him.
Oh.
Allegedly.
Right.
So the baby and 42 Doug are helping to put the bail out for her.
Oh, okay. How much was the bail, did they say?
They said the bail was held at $200,000.
Oh. Yeah. That's a lot.
That's a lot. I mean, you know, your bail was going to be high if you like track somebody down and murder them, because now that's premeditated murder.
Yeah.
So your bail definitely was going to be high, but I guess in their mind they were like, that's what you're supposed to do for your loved ones. You know, I guess I don't know how that works. Like, what made them choose that? I know somebody reached out and said some things to them in social media, and they said they were going to try. So we'll see how that goes as
Okay.
far as she's concerned.
Right.
But keep your head up, baby girl.
Yeah.
Keep your head up. All right. So now we are going to get into Puffy's daughters. This was a heartwarming story. I was like, oh, them girls so precious. And them babies precious.
Puffy's daughters.
Yeah, they're growing up to be lovely young ladies.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay. So you know he has 3 daughters,
Mm-hmm.
and 2 of them are twins. So what they did was they actually went. You said what? Oh. Okay. Anyway, they actually were giving back to the community in Los Angeles. So they went and they donated some items to a women's shelter, almost,
Oh,
in
okay.
Los Angeles.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought that was nice, right?
It's like care packages. type?
Exactly.
Okay.
And they actually chose which items they wanted to put in. So they didn't just put in a little bit of anything. Like, they put in products that were supposed to be good for the women, including, I think, a makeup line that was by Teresa Tracy Ellis
Tracy Ellis Ross.
Ross. Yes.
Okay.
She had done some whatchamacallit. She had done some makeup products, and I think they included some of that stuff in their skincare products
Okay.
that they included in there. And like, the things were supposed to be really good for the women. And so I thought that was very nice.
That was cool.
It was, wasn't it?
That was cool. That was a good deed for the day.
I know, right?
Good deed for the day. Good
That
deed
was
for
the
day.
good deed for the day.
Good deed for the day.
But let me tell you about what's happening with Oklahoma. I can't make this stuff up.
Here's one of the things. Here's one of the stories.
You know, I like to end on.
That segment. This segment should be called "I Can't Make This Shit Up."
You're absolutely right. You're right.
This segment should be called
I can't make this ish up.
I can't make this shit up.
We should make a hook like, I can't make this ish up. Absolutely.
Yeah, like a jingle.
Yeah. We're gonna make that. I like it. You just came up with, I can't make this ish up. Ish up. Okay.
Yeah.
So with that being said,
You had to pause. Like, I can't believe it as I'm reading it.
because when I first read it, I said, no, that's not what happened. An Oklahoma state lawmaker has introduced a bill to establish a Bigfoot hunting season. Let me say it again.
What?
An Oklahoma state lawmaker has introduced a bill to establish a Bigfoot hunting season.
As in Bigfoot, as in
As in
Sasquatch.
Bigfoot, as in Sasquatch. So the bill would require hunting licenses and comes with a $25,000 reward for capture.
Wow.
The legislation is meant to increase tourism near the Ouachita Mountains. According to the Bigfoot Research Organization,
They have one of those? They have a Bigfoot research associate, people.
I
actually-
can't make this ish
Shit
up. According to the organization, there have been 106 Bigfoot sightings in Oklahoma.
Wow, 106.
Yes.
Only in Oklahoma though.
They've had Bigfoot sightings in other places, but this main one, these main ones have been in Oklahoma.
It's Oklahoma. Right.
Woo.
They have nothing else to do in Oklahoma, apparently.
I mean, I thought that they had some. What do they do in Oklahoma? There's beef. There's a lot of beef, right? Because they got those. Where's? Oh, that's Nebraska. I was thinking of Omaha.
Omaha, Nebraska.
I was thinking about Omaha steaks.
No.
Womp womp. Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
What is Oklahoma known for?
OKC basketball. That's about it.
I was gonna say, wasn't there a? Okay, wait. What is Oklahoma known for? Because I really.
Like, what are their actual tourist main attraction?
Let's see.
things?
Besides Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Well.
Besides 600 sightings, 150 sightings of Bigfoot.
Well, 15 things you may not know about Oklahoma.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. It's got an official state meal. It's black-eyed peas, fried chicken steak, okra, squash, corn on the cob, cornbread, barbecue pork, biscuits, sausage, gravy and grits, strawberries, and pecan pie.
Yo, that is a fucking meal.
They eating in Oklahoma.
They eating.
They eating in Oklahoma.
They eating. That is a meal.
And then wait. After you talk about that, the shopping cart was invented in Oklahoma. They said we gotta get a way to get all this food. We gotta get a way to get all this food.
So let's invent this shopping. I got
out
an
the
idea.
grocery store.
I got an idea.
We gotta come up with a way to get all this food for this big meal.
I got
out the store.
I got it. Let's box on wheels. We could just put it in there. There you go. Call it a cart.
Oh my
cart for shopping.
Because of the frequent sightings, there's an annual Bigfoot festival in eastern Oklahoma.
Ew.
Oh, they got Tulsa.
Tulsa, yeah. Tulsa.
Isn't that where we had heartache?
Yes.
That's black people?
Yes, that's Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
That just, as soon as you said Tulsa, my man.
Yeah.
That's
we was doing so well with the meals, and then we got to that.
Tulsa.
We're just going to move on. We're just going to wrap this up. What would you like to say to the people before we go?
Yeah, you can follow me at DJ_Mums Music.
Follow me.
IG on IG. As usual, I love being here. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. The Konnect Show is in so many places at this point. All right. So besides the fact,
so proud.
Yay! So proud. Yeah.
So proud. We're growing.
Yeah. Okay. So one of the things is that obviously, like I said before, you can send us some music to the Konnect Show at Gmail. You can also find us on Twitter, Instagram. I love to retweet things on Twitter, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I find some of the funniest things. I'm a Twitterer. I like to retweet on Twitter. But you can find us on Twitter, Instagram. We put up our latest postings of the show on our Facebook page.
Okay.
Obviously, we're on YouTube.
Right.
We also post recent episodes now on Anchor, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. So, with that being said, the Konnect Show, baby, is always spelled with a K, though.
With a K.
Konnect. All right? So, if you want some interesting news, a little music with an urban state of mind, join us here at the Konnect Show. All right, I'm Sapphire McLovin.
I'm DJ Mums.
And you've been listening to The Konnect Show. I like big butts, and I cannot lie.
Peace.